Okay, so let's set the scene. It's midnight, August 1st, 1981. A new cable channel just flickers on for the very first time. And with that one broadcast, it basically rewires the entire DNA of the music industry. That channel? MTV, of course. And its launch kicked off a huge debate that, really, we're still having today.
You know, the first song they played wasn't just some random choice. Kicking things off with Video Killed the Radio Star was a total mission statement. It was a warning shot, a bold declaration that a massive cultural shift was coming, whether the old guard liked it or not. So this really gets us to the heart of the matter. Did style suddenly crush substance? Did this new pressure to look good on a TV screen just completely smother real, honest-to-God musical creativity? Well, as we're about to see, the answer isn't a simple yes or no. It's way more interesting than that. All right, so first, let's look at the case for the prosecution. This is the argument that yes, MTV absolutely hurt musical innovation by putting looks ahead of everything else. And this is where the rules of the game just changed, like overnight. All of a sudden, record labels weren't just listening to demo tapes. Their scouts now needed to see headshots. This created what we call a powerful visual bias. I mean, you could be a lyrical genius, a guitar god, but if you weren't telegenic, if you didn't have that TV-friendly look, well, good luck.
And you can totally see the ripple effect this had. It wasn't just about having cool hair, right? The actual economics of making music shifted. Money that used to pay for more studio time, for experimenting with sound, was now getting funneled into these super expensive music videos. This gave rise to the image band, especially in genres like synth pop and glam metal, where the look was the main product. And the songs themselves, well, a lot of them got simpler, engineered with these huge, easy-to-sing-along-to choruses that fit perfectly in a 3-minute TV slot.
Okay, but to say that all innovation just died, that's a huge oversimplification. Because for every band that was all style and no substance, there was an artist who saw this new thing not as a cage, but as a giant, wide-open playground. So let's flip the coin and look at the other side of the story.
This brings us to a whole new concept, the multimedia artist. We're talking about creators who didn't think of the video as just an ad for the song. No way. For them, the video was another instrument, another layer of creativity that could actually make the music's meaning deeper and more powerful.
And you can see this with the true masters of the form. I mean, think about Peter Gabriel's Sledgehammer. That video wasn't just visually cool. The stop-motion animation literally created a visual rhythm that matched the song's beat perfectly. Or Michael Jackson. He didn't just make a video for Thriller, he made a short film that completely blew up what a pop song could even be. And Madonna? She used her ever-changing image not to cover up a lack of talent, but as a way to signal her next musical evolution. For them, the video and the audio were working together in perfect harmony. So you've got these two powerful, completely opposing arguments. And the truth, like it usually is somewhere in the middle. The reality is that MTV didn't kill innovation. What it did was rewrite the job description for what it takes to be a pop star. This side-by-side just lays it all out, doesn't it? Before 1981, you could be a musical genius and look, well, totally anonymous, and still make it big. After 1981, at least in the mainstream, that became almost impossible. You had to be the total package. Your skills on the guitar or with your voice weren't enough anymore. You needed a compelling visual brand to go with it. So the whole baseline for what success meant just shifted. The bar wasn't lowered. In a lot of ways, it was actually raised. It expanded to include a whole new skill set. Auditory innovation didn't disappear. I mean, you still had artists like Prince or U2, but to reach that massive MTV audience, you now had to pair it with a really strong visual identity. Okay, so let's bring this all home. What's the final verdict on how MTV really impacted musical creativity? Let's start with the yes part of the answer, because there is absolutely no denying this. MTV forced visual branding right into the spotlight. The image became a non-negotiable part of the deal if you wanted mainstream success. End of story. But, and this is a huge but, while the image was hogging the spotlight, it didn't just kick musical innovation out of the building. It was more like the music had to learn to share the stage. It now had to compete for everyone's attention in this new, crowded space filled with lights, cameras, and, yeah, a whole lot of hairspray. And that's what it leaves you wondering about, right? All the brilliant music we might have missed out on. The silent casualties of an era when seeing the music suddenly became just as important as hearing it. What incredible band do you think just never got a shot because they didn't have the look for TV?
It's a fascinating thing to think about.